The night Sarah disappeared, nothing strange happened. No noise, no struggle, no warning. She had already lived that moment 1,000 times in her head. That was the problem. I knew Sarah. Not from the internet, not from the news. I worked with her. And what happened to her taught me something frightening about overthinking. Something most people don't notice until their mind does the same thing. Sarah looked normal. She smiled, she showed up early, she remembered birthdays. But Sarah thought about everything like it could ruin her life. One day at lunch, she stared at her phone for a long time. I asked if she was okay. She said she was deciding how to reply to a text. Just a normal text from her sister. She had typed 3 replies, deleted all of them. Her reason was, what if it sounds wrong? What if she misunderstands it? What if I make things worse? She laughed, but she wasn't joking. Overthinking means your brain keeps repeating thoughts even when no action is needed. It feels like problem solving, but it's actually fear trying to feel safe. Sarah believed, if I think long enough, I won't get hurt. That belief slowly trapped her. Sarah never ordered food quickly. She read the menu again and again. She waited at green lights. She checked her bag 3 times. At night, she replayed conversations. At work, she imagined mistakes that didn't happen. Her brain never rested. She told me once, if I stop thinking, something bad will happen. That sentence stayed with me. The brain has a survival mode called threat mode. It's meant for real danger. But overthinking keeps the brain in that mode even when nothing is wrong. So the body stays tense, the mind stays alert, and peace never comes. If this sounds familiar to you or someone you know, subscribe to this channel now. You're not weak. Your brain learned something the wrong way. And this story explains how. The last time I spoke to Sarah, she was standing outside the office. Not late. Not rushing, just frozen. She said she was deciding whether to go in. Her defense was, what if today goes wrong? What if I say the wrong thing? What if I didn't think? Before I continue, if you like stories like this that explains concepts in simplest terms, subscribe now to this channel to stay updated. What Sarah was experiencing is called analysis paralysis. That means you think so much, you weigh every option, you imagine every outcome, that you can't move at all. The brain keeps asking, what if there's a better choice? So it makes no choice. Sarah wasn't lazy. She wasn't careless. Her brain was just overloaded with thoughts. Later that evening, Sarah went to a nearby store. Security cameras showed her walking in slowly. She stood in one aisle for a long time. She picked up an item, put it back, checked her phone, looked around. She did this again and again. The cashier remembered her. Sarah asked a simple question, then apologized, then asked again. Her voice was quiet. She left without buying anything. That was the last time anyone officially saw her. Here's the part people don't understand. Thinking more does not always mean thinking better. When the brain is tired, it creates danger where there is none. It treats small decisions like life or death situations. Sarah's brain was trying to protect her, but it didn't know when to stop. Days passed, then weeks. Her desk stayed empty. No one talked about her much, but I couldn't stop thinking about one thing. Nothing bad actually happened to Sarah that day. No attack, no accident. Her mind did everything on its own. That's when I realized something frightening. Overthinking doesn't push you. It delays you. There's another word for this. It's called avoidance. Avoidance means putting things off, staying stuck, waiting for the right moment. Overthinking creates avoidance, and avoidance slowly shrinks your life. Sarah didn't stop living all at once. She stopped little by little. After Sarah disappeared, I started noticing myself, replaying conversations, second-guessing choices, thinking instead of acting. That scared me, because Sarah didn't look broken. She looked responsible, careful, smart. That's why overthinking is dangerous. You don't notice it until it feels normal. There's a word for replaying thoughts again and again. It's called rumination. Rumination means thinking about the same problem without solving it over and over. It feels productive, but it keeps the brain stuck in the past. Sarah ruminated constantly. Her mind never rested. The hardest truth hit me later. Sarah didn't lose control. She lost trust in herself. She no longer believed she could handle life as it came, so she tried to plan everything. And when life didn't wait for her plans, she froze. Here's the real why behind overthinking. It often starts after stress, past mistakes, being judged, feeling unsafe. The brain learns one rule: never let this happen again. So it watches, it plans, it replays, but it never lets go. Sarah's story isn't scary because she vanished. It's scary because her mind slowly became a cage, quiet, invisible, convincing, and many people live there without realizing it. If you've ever felt trapped in your thoughts, subscribe to this channel now, like and share so it reaches others who might face the same situation. Don't forget to leave a thoughtful comment. These stories don't judge you, they explain you, and the next part of this series will show how overthinking can be unlearned, because the brain can change, but only if you notice the trap.